Hi everyone, hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving long weekend, got your fill of turkey and family and all that fun stuff. Welcome back to another episode of Southside Dodge Rebels this week. An action-packed episode it is. We've got tons of highlights from the Eastern road trip. We go behind the scenes and meet up with Red Deer's own Scott Fazer, Wally's to go back in the corners, and we go behind the scenes with the Rebels front office. Dean Williams tells us about what to expect at upcoming home games here at the NMAX Centrium this season. Let's kick things off by winding the clock back to last Tuesday night. The Rebels kicked off their road trip through the Eastern Division by visiting the Prince Albert Raiders. Matthew Dumba starts down the right side of the Raiders zone, spins at the half wall to buy himself time. They set up Charles Inglis. He snaps one past Luke Siemens with 8 seconds left in the first period for a 1-0 Rebels lead. In the second period, Dakota Conroy comes in flying for the Raiders. He drops the puck off to Mark McNeil, who beats Bolton Pouliot. An Edmonton native and Chicago Blackhawks draft pick ties it 1-1. Raiders take the lead a few minutes later. McNeil starts the play this time as Evan Morton fires from the point. Anthony Bardero all over the rebound for his second of the year. PA goes up 2-1. When it comes to marquee tilts, it gets no bigger than this. Matthew Dumba and Mark McNeil, 2 first-round NHL draft picks. Dumba gets McNeil's lid off, but it's McNeil who comes in hard with a number of rights, most of which bounce off Dumba's helmet. The two trade a few more hard shots at the end, and McNeil gets the takedown and the cut over his eye. Great tilt between two superstars. To the third period now, where Jan Bittner commits an atrocious giveaway. Goals don't get much easier than that for Conroy, who goes backhand deep for his second of the year. Raiders take a 2-goal lead. It's 3-1. Less than 2 minutes later, Corey Miette steals the puck and is off to the races, pulling away from the pack. He shoots and scores. Miette with his second of the year makes it 3-2. Rebels come looking for the equalizer. Check out the sweet hands of Matt Bellerive. He goes around one guy, goes short side on Siemens for his first goal as a Rebel. Midway through the third period, it's 3-3. But the home side regains the lead. The pass from deep in Raiders territory finds McNeil all alone at the Rebels' blue line. He just beats Pouliot 5-hole for his second goal of the game and of the season. 4-3 Raiders. The Rebels refuse to quit. Less than 2 minutes left on the power play. Bellerive pushes the puck in deep. Good forechecking by Connor Bleakley gets the puck out for Tyson Ness, who finds Bellerive. He shoots it stopped, but Inglis pounces on the rebound. He finds the back of the net for his second of the game and 6th of the year. 4-4 at that point. This one's going to overtime. Tensions boil over in the extra frame. Brandon Underwood gets into it with Harris Ruop during a meeting of the minds in the corner. Just a mess of sticks and gloves and players saying bad words. Overtime would solve nothing. They were going to a shootout. Mark McNeil, who scored twice during regulation, comes in on Pouliot, and check out this cheeky little move. He fakes the slap shot, scores through the 5-hole. Quite a night for the Raiders captain. The Rebels' fate on this night would rest on the fortunes of Corey Miette. He winds and fires, but is denied by Siemens. The Raiders skate away with the 5-4 win. Game data brought to you by 247reddeer.ca. Just an absolute thriller between these two clubs. The Raiders continuing their perfect start to the season. So after that shootout setback, the Rebels were back on the ice one night later in Saskatoon against the 2013 Memorial Cup host, the Blades. Blades open the scoring on the power play. Darren Dietz lets loose with the point shot that beats Patrick Bartosak for a 1-0 Saski lead. This game was a hard-hitting one, as most Blades-Rebels games have become over the last few years. Here's the goal everyone has been talking about. Matthew Dumba with a spectacular effort for his first of the year. He gets tripped up at the blue line, stick handles while on his knees, then shoots as he's getting up. What a goal! 1-1 early in the second. Then it's Brandon Underwood shooting from along the boards, giving the Rebels a 2-1 lead with his first goal since joining the team the week earlier. Rebels expand their lead in the third frame. First, it's Joel Hamilton sliding home his first of the year past Makarov. Then it's Corey Miette taking the drop pass from Matt Bellerive and blasting it past Makarov for his second in as many games. 4-1 Rebels. But just 10 seconds later, Nick Zajac beats Bartosak to cut the deficit to 4-2. They would get another goal late in the third period from Dalton Thrower, pulling within 4-3. However, in the end, the boys in white would put this one to bed as Tyson Ness tracks down the puck for the empty netter. So the Rebels' solid start to the road trip continued with their first win in regulation time over Saskatoon. Afterwards, Matt Dumba talked about his highlight reel goal.
There was kind of a scrum in the corner, and I just got the opportunity to build some momentum and kind of poke the puck up the ice. And once I saw that there's some free ice in the middle, I just took it and I drove, and kind of got lucky. I got tripped up there, and I was on my knees for a bit, and then I just put a roof, and that was it basically.
So, already off to a solid start on their eastern road trip, the Rebels made their way to the Saskatchewan capital to take on the Regina Pats. Pats came into this one with a 2-4 record, looking to improve their fortunes at home. The first period would end scoreless thanks in large part to solid goaltending, including Matt Hewitt's stop here on a chance started by Matt Bellerive. Regina would strike first in the second period as Colton Jobkey beats Bolton Pouliot 5-hole for his second of the year and a 1-0 Pats lead. Dumba scored the goal of the year in Saskatoon. Here he serves up the pass of the year. An alley-oop that lands on Colton Mayer's stick. He beats Hewitt for his second of the season, 1-1 through 40 minutes. Home team regains the lead in the third period. Dyson Stevenson capitalizes on his rebound from his own shot. Great setup on the play by Chandler Stevenson, 2-1 Regina. Rebels tie it up again. Great job here by Bellerive to lead the rush. He puts it on a platter for Devin Fafford. He winds and fires, beats Hewitt for his first of the season. It's 2-2. But it would be heartbreak for the Rebels in the dying seconds of the third. Point shot is stopped. Rebound comes right to Chandler Stevenson. He beats Pouliot for the game-winning goal with just 15.4 seconds left on the clock. Regina pulls out the 3-2 home ice win. Once again, another solid road effort by the Rebels, but the late goal with less than 16 seconds left has them coming up empty. So after the game versus the Pats, the Rebels stayed overnight in Regina. Then it was off to Brandon for the first game of the season versus the Wheat Kings. Jace Horlock gets the first good scoring chance for the Wheaties. He beats Devin Fafford, but can't beat Bartosak. Even better chance for Brandon here as the puck squirts out to Richard Nezjev, who mishandles it. Puck loose near the crease. Rebels trying desperately to keep it out, and eventually Matt Dumba sweeps it out of harm's way. Close call there as 4 Rebels players were in the blue paint to help out Bartosak. Somehow they succeeded. Great chance here for the Rebels as Hamilton forces the turnover, allowing Colton Mayer to set up Charles Inglis, but Bose kicks the left leg out for the save. Long stretch pass from Ayrton Nickel is mishandled by Underwood. Taylor Cooper comes in, but his pass is knocked away by Hayden Fleury on the doorstep. Rebels really struggling with turnovers in their own zone. Jens Meyer gets it this time, but Bartosak uses his mask to make the save. Miraculously, the first period would end scoreless. Glorious chance for the Rebels. It's a 3-on-1. Inglis tries for the toe drag, but Jaworski knocks the puck away. Rebels don't even get a shot on goal. Here's Matt Bellerive quarterbacking the Rebels' power play. He fakes his shot, then finds a wide-open Colton Mayer in the left circle. His one-timer finds the back of the net past Corbin Bose. Another great play by Bellerive gives Mayer his third of the year. It's 1-0. Riley Miller figures the best way to keep Bellerive off the score sheet is to get him into the penalty box, so he gets him to drop the mitts for a tilt. Miller gets a couple of shots in, but Bellerive hangs in there until he ties him up in the corner. In come the linesman. Face off deep in Rebels territory. Puck comes right back to Ryan Pollock, who blasts it past the screen. Patrick Bartosak, the Wheaties captain and 2013 draft-eligible player, nets his third of the year, tying this game 1-1. Brandon appears to take the lead on this play as the point shot from Jaworski goes off a body in front. Loose puck is shoveled into the net by Bertagia. Referee emphatically signals it's a good goal, but they take a look at it anyway. The review took a while before handing down a no-goal verdict. Game remains tied. Another Rebels power play here as Dumba tees it up for Charles Inglis, who unloads, but Bose is there for the stick save. Jesse Miller, playing near his hometown of Winnipeg, cuts through the slot and gets a backhander away, but is denied. Miller still searching his first WHL point. We move to the third period now, and Brandon is on the attack. Ryan Pollock unloads from the top of the left circle. No chance whatsoever for Bartosak on that one. Pollock's second of the game on the power play gives Brandon a 2-1 lead. Puck still in the Rebel zone. Another point shot from Jaworski is tipped on its way through, but Bartosak makes the save anyway. Puck trickles in, but that's well after the whistle had gone. Red Deer really was fortunate to only be down by a goal with all the scoring chances for the Wheaties. Here's a 2-on-1 that's broken up, but it goes right to Tyrell Seaman. He winds and fires, but it goes wide. And that would be about it, as the Brandon Wheat Kings beat the Rebels by a final score of 2-1. Quite a nice way for Ryan Pollock to celebrate his 18th birthday. He scores both Wheat Kings goals in a home ice win. Coming up after the break, we check in with the Rebels' visit to Moose Jaw, and Jared Waldo's back for In the Corners. We'll be right back.
Southside Dodge Chrysler Jeep and RV Center is proud to serve Central Alberta. 100% satisfaction, friendly salespeople, and excellent customer service. Southside Dodge, home of the $10,000 giveaway.
Hi everyone, Jack here at 360 Fitness Personal Training. If you're looking to lose weight, burn fat, and just feel great in your clothes again, 360 Fitness can get you there. Work one-on-one with our trainers to get you in the best shape of your life. Get results or your money back.
Complete Athlete in Sylvan Lake is Central Alberta's #1 hockey training facility, boasting one of the world's largest skating treadmills and stick handling platforms. Learn, train, perform. Complete Athlete in Sylvan Lake. Thankful Thoughts. Brought to you by Chocolates by Bernard Calabo. For all your holiday chocolate needs.
Tak děkuju, že tady můžu hrát v Kanadě a že tady splním svůj sen jednou hrát v NHL.
So basically, he says he's thankful for the opportunity to play here and live his dream and make an NHL in the next few years. And I'd like to add, I'm thankful for the same things.
Well, there you go. Our two native Czech Republicans, Patrick Bartasek and Jan Bittner, telling us what they've been thankful for. Special thanks to Chocolates by Bernard Calabo for bringing us those greetings. The Rebels continued their 3 games in 3 nights long weekend with a visit to the Moose Jaw Warriors on Sunday.
Lost control of the puck, and the Rebels pick it up. Ahead, back at center. Maxwell stapled by Edmondson. Oh, Dumba keeps it in, drives inside, he scores! Matthew Dumba, a machine on that play. Cam Bites driving down the Warrior right boards towards the net. Pollock the save, loose in front, they score! On the second chance, Tyson Ness. Fioretti down the right side board, snapshot, Bartaszak the save, he scores! Here's Jackson, a wrist shot off a skate. Fioretti trying to whack at it, Bartaszak the save, rebound, they score! The left line, held in by Point, shimmies down the left wall, into the slot, Boris puts it off the skate, rebound, they score! Circle Bellerive, cuts to the dot, shots blocked, still loose, Pollock the save, where's the biscuit? Still working around, Miette scores! Miette and Inglis. Bellerive, former Vancouver Giant, breaks in on Justin Pollock, shoots, scores! Fioretti on Bartaszak. Deek shoot off the crossbar. He had him.
It was another outstanding effort by Patrick Bartaszak as the Czech netminder made 41 saves, setting the stage for Matt Bellerive to score the shootout winner. Charles Inglis has been on a tear, jumping into the top echelon of scoring leaders across the Western Hockey League. Thanks to the recent road victories, the Rebels have themselves right in the middle of the pack when it comes to the Central Division standings. Here's what's coming up for the Rebs. They finish off their road trip Tuesday night in Swift Current. Then they return to the NMAX Centrium Friday to host Medicine Hat. Then on Saturday, they're back in Cowtown to battle the Hitmen. Well, we all knew the Rebels had a situation to deal with regarding their 20-year-olds, and they dealt with it Monday night. The Rebels sent captain Adam Cambite to the Saskatoon Blades in exchange for 17-year-old forward Christian Stokel and a third-round pick in the 2014 Bantam Draft. Here's a quote from GM Brent Sutter. Adam's been with our organization since he was 16 years old and has been our team captain since 2011. This is a tough trade to make because of what he's done for this team. But we had 4 20-year-olds and had to make a decision before October 11th. With Saskatoon hosting the Memorial Cup, they were looking to add a player like Adam to their lineup. In return, we were looking to add more skill to our 95 age group. In Christian Stokel, we get a player who put up offense at the AAA midget level, and we were also able to get back a third-round pick in 2014 as we gave one up in the Matt Bellerive trade earlier this season. No doubt this will be an emotional trade to deal with for fans and teammates alike. We'll have more on the next episode of Rebels This Week. Well, Brent Sutter's wheeling and dealing continued last week by acquiring another local product. This time, it's Innisfail native 16-year-old defenseman Caleb Denham. He comes over from the Tri-City Americans in exchange for a pair of Bantam draft picks. Caleb is already suiting up this season in the Alberta Midget Hockey League, right here in Red Deer with the Optimist Chiefs. One of the players to watch heading into this August training camp was Scott Fazer. Earlier this year, he was hoisting the TELUS Cup as a member of the Red Deer Optimist Rebels. He battled hard to get onto this Rebels roster. He has yet to play in a regular season game, but let's learn more about the hometown Red Deer product by checking in with Jared Waldo.
He hasn't seen a whole lot in the way of regular season game action, but Scott Fazer is just waiting for his opportunity to see some more ice time with the Red Deer Rebels. The former standout for the Red Deer Midget AAA Rebels and TELUS Cup champ made the Rebels roster after training camp, but hasn't seen a whole lot of action yet. Still, he's just happy to be with the big club this season.
Obviously, our team had a lot of success last year, and I feel like I was a pretty big part of that. So, yeah, obviously this was the next step after playing a few games last year. Then that gave me the guidelines of where I needed and wanted to be.
Fazer has been able to make a go of this so far despite having a tough training camp and preseason. He's so far been the odd man out up front, but he knows he's got skills and traits to offer head coach Jesse Wallen.
Right now I'm pretty young, so I just want to get in the lineup and play some good minutes, compete hard, do things right, do the simple things, and it's still early, so I'd like to see where I can improve, but no, just working hard, winning battles, bring an offensive side, and also play good defensively. But yeah, just bring a high compete level two-way game.
As a young player in the lineup surrounded by a team of experienced players, it might be intimidating for some 17-year-olds to jump right in. But Fazer feels he's surrounded by great leaders who help both on and off the ice.
They don't really intimidate you. They're very welcoming, and it always makes you feel that much more comfortable. You don't have to worry about where you sit in the dressing room, whatever. Everybody's pretty friendly and pretty comfortable, so that just allows you to just focus on hockey.
An offensive player throughout his minor hockey days and at the midget AAA level, Fazer knows that moving to a higher caliber game meant that he might have to tweak his style of play, something that he's willing to do for his new club.
Yeah, obviously playing midget, you're playing top minutes, you're on the power play, penalty kill, all situations, so this year's going to be obviously a big change. I'm going to have to battle for ice time, battle for my role as on the team, and yeah, it's still early, so I'm going to have to see where I can get.
While he may not be seeing the ice time or minutes he's used to so far, one thing's for certain. Fazer is willing to prove to the Rebels he's ready for more whenever they need him. For Rebels This Week, I'm Jared Waldo.
Time now for our weekly Train Like a Rebel segment. This time around, Jack from 360 Fitness takes us through the importance of stretching.
Hi everyone, Jack here at 360 Fitness Personal Training, and this week we're talking about the importance of stretching. First and foremost, stretching is definitely underrated as a solid part of an exercise routine. Stretching has tons of benefits, from increasing flexibility, increasing strength, increasing performance, but most importantly is preventing injury. What people tend to forget is that a long, stretched, flexible muscle is a strong muscle too, right? So it can increase performance just by increasing the range of motions. You can lift heavier weights within that range of motion.
Coming up after the break, we go in the corners with Jared Waldo, and we check in with Dean Williams from the Rebels marketing department.
Nelson to half, the shot, score!
Hey Red Deer Rebels fans, have we got the show for you? Southside Dodge Rebels This Week is your #1 source for everything Rebels. Highlights, interviews, stats, and exclusive behind-the-scenes features brought to you each and every week by those who have their eye on the Rebels all season long. Southside Dodge Rebels This Week, weeknights on Shaw TV.
I'm thankful for everything I've been given over my life and great family, friends, and being able to play the sport I love.
Thankful for family, good health, and my teammates.
I'm thankful for the Rebels organization giving me this opportunity to come play as a 16-year-old and getting the minutes that I have been.
I'm just thankful for the overall quality of life that we live here. After being in Vancouver and witnessing how people live their lives there, it just makes me count my blessings. So.
Welcome back to the show. Back with his ever so popular weekly segment. Here's Jared Waldo to go in the corners.
It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? The early season bus road trip for the boys as the Red Deer Rebels head out on a couple of early ones this season, but it's a benefit both on and off the ice. On the ice, sometimes it takes some getting used to. New systems, new line mates, new teammates. When you get into the visitors' barn, you're on the road, sometimes it's easier just to play a simple game. dump and chase, mucking and grinding in the corners. They don't have to be pretty, but if you come out with wins, it doesn't really matter how you wind up. Off the ice, on the bus, in the hotel rooms, having dinner with the boys, sitting around, maybe watching some Billy Madison. It's always a good time. The bonding early on in the season for a new team, regardless if it's 12 returning players or 2, it's always a good benefit to the coach, and Jesse Wallen will attest to that, being a player who's played up through the ranks, junior and pro. Anytime you can get the boys together early on in the season, it's always a good thing. And these 2 early season road trips for the Red Deer Rebels can prove to be nothing but a positive. For more from me, check out my blog at rebelrebellion.com.
Thanks, Jared. Great job as always. Now we go into the skill zone segment of the show. Jimmy from Complete Athlete in Sylvan Lake takes us through the importance of gliding.
Hey, it's Jim from Complete Athlete. This week on the Skill Zone, we're going to talk about the glide. Very important to make sure you're conserving your energy and making the most of your strides. As you can see, the athlete gliding on the skating treadmill. His blades are pointed in the direction he wants to go, which is forward. As the athlete rocks back and forth onto the slots of his blade, you'll see he is most balanced on the 4 slot. If he rocks back onto the 2 or the 3 slot, he becomes very unbalanced. This will translate into striding in the next segment of the Skill Zone. More information on gliding and the skating treadmill can be found on www.completeathlete.ca.
Pleased to be joined now by Rebels VP of Marketing and Sales, Dean Williams. And Dino, you're going to tell us all about the special game night promotions you've got going this year, starting with a league-wide initiative that's going to take place actually in the rink this year.
Yeah, the BMO Ultimate Fan Contest. Basically what it is they want all the fans to come dressed in their team colors, and they'll be selected for who participates the most, and some trivia questions and all that stuff. So basically one person from each league will qualify to win a trip to the Memorial Cup, and actually last year the winner from Red Deer was the guy that won the trip to the Memorial Cup.
Yeah, very cool. So a unique chance for perhaps another fan from Red Deer to take advantage of that and win a trip to Saskatoon. Not the most glorious place, but definitely an exciting event for sure. Now, last year you guys started with the 80s theme night, and it went over huge. So huge, in fact, that you're expanding it to incorporate a number of new theme nights this year.
Yeah, 80s night is back again as well. We're doing a pajama night, so we'll have all the fans dressed in pajamas. Then the one we're going to have fun with is the Prince George Cougars are in town, so it's going to be a bring your mom to the game night. So mom will get a cheap ticket, and of course there's a play on words there.
Obvious innuendos there that we won't even touch.
Yeah. We're going to have a country music night, so obviously it'll be all country music, and we may even have a live band that night. Coming up here right away on October 12th, we do have a live band in the building. One Bad Son is going to be playing, so they'll play before the game and in the intermissions as well. Did I say ladies' night?
We got to Cougar night, yeah.
Well, there's going to be a ladies' night too on a Thursday.
So we have Cougar night and ladies' night.
Yeah. So we want lots of ladies to come.
So are you getting involved in that personally, or?
No.
Well, I know Mooner's excited about One Bad Son, and they're a band that we play over on the drive, so that'll be kind of a neat thing. And that's something that you've done for a number of years too, is get live music acts in.
Yeah, and it kind of breaks the monotony of the same old promos or whatever that happen all year. Maybe the people sitting right in front of them won't be very happy because they're a rock band, but a lot of the fans are going to enjoy it.
And back again for another season, Dino. We've got some fireworks nights coming up through the season with a new sponsor and some new game dates. Yeah.
The new sponsor this year is Quinn Contracting. So their first one is on Friday, October 26th, and then we have a couple more throughout the year. That's always fun. The fans like to stick around, and the fireworks are always timed to music.
Yeah, pretty spectacular stuff for sure. And we've talked about the new events, but once again, you've got some of the old favorites coming back this year again. Yeah, we have the DQ Remax Magnetic Schedule Night. So everybody that comes gets a magnetic schedule, and they can pop the frame off and put their little baby on the fridge there. What else do we have? We've got the Toque Toss. December 1st, it's the Toque Toss for the Red Deer Christmas Bureau. Prairie Bus Lines Water Bottle Night. So all the kids that come get a water bottle courtesy of Prairie Bus Lines. We also have some pregame movie nights. Yeah, and I know you've done that last year and maybe a couple years earlier too, but that's kind of a neat event for kids on the weekends.
Yeah. What it is you pay one price. You get to come before the game, watch the movie, stick around. You get pizza before the game, and then stick around for the hockey game. So it's kind of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Just all in all, I mean, the games themselves are usually pretty exciting on their own, Dino, but you guys have put in a lot of hard work to make the off-ice experience fun again, too.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, we can't control what happens on the ice here in the office, but we control some of the other stuff.
Dean, thanks for this.
You're welcome.
Time now for some news and notes from around the Western Hockey League. The Regina Pats have been forced to postpone their jersey retirement night in honor of Jordan Eberle, and it's all thanks to the NHL lockout. The Pats were hoping to do it this Tuesday at their home game in Regina, but unfortunately, with Jordan Eberle having been sent down to Oklahoma City, he can't make it in person. Both the Pats and Edmonton Oilers hope to work together to reschedule that special event in the future. Another event coming up for the Western Hockey League, the annual U16 Western Bantam Challenge. It takes place in Calgary from November 1st through 4th. The inaugural event actually took place in Blackfalds back in 2009 and featured the likes of Matthew Dumba and Griffin Reinhart, not to mention Morgan Riley. This year's Team Alberta squad will be coached by none other than Bryce Toma from your Red Deer Rebels. Well, that about does it for this week's show. Once again, if you want to get your picture on a future episode of Southside Dodge Rebels This Week, send us your fan pics through our website, rebelsthisweek.com, or on Twitter @RebelsThisWeek with the hashtag FanPics. We'll leave you now with the WHL Plays of the Week. We'll see you next time.
Shot here to start this 2012-2013 season. Are you kidding me? Right away, 11 seconds into this one.
Deep Bog, Arkansas law. He haw, she saw something down in New Orleans.
Let's get it out of harm's way. Fouling. Up to Mueller, scores!
Jumps on a punt, short breakaway, stops, waits, scores! Jordan White, top of the crease, triple B. Right here comes Bertasia, in a long backhand move. Oh, what a glove save by E2 Lorikainen.
Krister hits the body in front, doing a great job of blocking shots. Now it's swinging all along in front, over and scores. The front tipped on, save, rebound, big save by Cook, and lights the catch it wide of the net from the crease area.